Seniesa, always a pleasure to see you. I haven't seen you since your most recent win. Congratulations. Fantastic win, fantastic performance. Before we talk about the upcoming fight, what do you think you learned the most about yourself as a fighter in that win and just your development overall?
I feel like what I learned the most is just how mentally strong I am and how mentally strong I had to be during the whole training camp, just because I'm not the type of fighter that goes back and forth with my opponents, or I'm not the type of fighter that shows bad sportsmanship. So dealing with an opponent like that, kind of at times I would get frustrated and I would want to lash out, but I just had to remain very calm and very poised. And I think that's one thing that I was proud of myself for doing, because in the fight that played a huge factor in who was mentally the strongest.
Absolutely. Super resilient all the way until the end of the fight. And now you have your next challenge ahead of you against Jackie Calvo. What do you know about your opponent? Are you two familiar with each other as someone who came through the amateur system? And do you know each other, or have you had any interaction with each other in the past?
No, we haven't had any interaction with each other. She's from Mexico. The losses that she does have are to world champions, and they were close fights. She comes to put up a fight. She comes to fight. So it's definitely a good person to defend my 108-pound WBC title to. So I know it's not going to be a walk in the park. I'm going in there thinking and training as if I'm fighting the best Jackie Calvo that she can possibly be that night.
Settling into being a champion, when I first met you, you were either making your pro debut or you just made your pro debut. So quite a bit long ago. What has it been like for you settling into champion life, and how's your life as champ? I mean, obviously being the champ has its perks, but just even more so, how does that make you feel after so many years of people saying you should have gone to the Olympics, you should have done this, you should have done that? How do you feel today?
Yeah, I feel I couldn't be happier with where I am today. And I know there was a lot of struggle to get where I am, and it took a lot of patience and a lot of having faith in myself and having faith in God and what my plan was. And like I said, I've fought 4 times previously at the Forum, but they were under completely different circumstances.
Right.
It was at a low point in my career where I was just sad and depressed, and I was fighting once every 8 months, once every 7 months, and I was half-assing my training just because I wasn't motivated, and I was no one's watching me on TV. I'm not making any money, but I was still going there and fight and win, and I wasn't even at the best me. So I feel now moving forward and fast forward to where I am today, it's I'm completely motivated, and so the passion is just back better than ever. And now I feel I'm the best me, and every fight I can just keep on being even better and better.
I feel like for you ladies who fight, your roles kind of all intersected at the same time. You reached the championship level. Claressa is a champion in multiple weight classes. We're seeing more of it. Franchon Cruz. We're seeing women out there and women really, really doing it. What is the next level for women's boxing now that we're able actually to see more of it on TV?
Yeah, I think the next thing for women is to be paid equally and be paid what they deserve, and that's the one thing that I always want to fight for. And even though it might not be like that for all female fighters, but at least the top elite female fighters who are world champions and who are fighting at the top level can have that equal pay.
So now we will return to the Forum. As you mentioned, you fought at the Forum before, but now under totally different circumstances as the champion amongst the top fighters on the card. What will this, is it like a homecoming, or how do you view coming into this fight?
Yeah, I'm excited. It's more fighting at the Forum is always I always feel comfortable there, but like I said, now it's at a better time in my career, a better time in my life, a better time for me mentally, because I'm mentally where I should be, and I wasn't before. I feel just dealing with being depressed and having anxiety and not really being not really having faith in my journey and stuff. It sucks to feel that way, especially when you're so passionate about something. So yeah, I'm just really happy to be where I am today, fighting at the Forum. Yeah.
And lastly, one question about a couple other women fighters, not your fight. We've been seeing a lot of back and forth with Claressa Shields and Leila Ali. Leila was doing a First Take, or one of the shows last week during Wilder Fury, and they've had a lot of chit-chatting back and forth. Do you think we'll see that fight Do you want to see that fight? And how does that fight go just from the outside looking in for those of us who aren't fighters?
I mean, of course, Clarissa's my girl, so I'm taking Claressa if the fight does happen. And if it does happen, it's going to be a huge fight for women's boxing. So hey, like that'll be great for everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. Always good.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking the icon right here and also hit the bell button so that you can get alerts every time we upload a new video.